Hi, welcome to Inspiration on a Dish. I'm Chef Adanus, and today we're going to be making a vegan vegetable stir fry. It's so easy, another one of those recipes that basically is done in no time. I completely understand that one of the hardest things that people find is time to cook. And with the vegan lifestyle, of course, for the most part, you're definitely cooking everything. It's not like a wham bam, pop it in a microwave and it's done. But I can promise you, in the round of the same time or as close to it as I can get, we're definitely going to have some really good recipes for you. So we're going to start off by making some of just the vegetables. I have some broccoli it was actually frozen broccoli, and I also have frozen snap peas that I have that are defrosted. Fresh red onion, 1 carrot. We're gonna probably julienne some of this, and then I'm going to use 1 clove of garlic, which is optional. A lot of times in the vegan lifestyle, you're going to find so many different ingredients that you hear things about. Garlic is one of them. I definitely will want to say to you guys, the things that you research that you find out that you shouldn't eat, I would definitely eat them in moderation if you decide to eat them. As I said, the garlic is optional because of some of the things that I have unfortunately heard about garlic. If you guys are interested in finding out some of the things that I've heard about some of the vegetables, I'll make another video for you. But for right now, we're going to hurry up and just get to this delicious stir fry. These ingredients, of course, are optional. If there's something that you don't really care for or don't prefer, you can always, of course, choose not to have them in your stir fry. It's one thing that I think is really important about this vegan lifestyle is not always taking the first thing that you've heard, but doing your own research to find out how you feel about the ingredient that you're using. Perfect example is sugar. I know I see some vegans who still do cook with sugar, which I personally disagree with, but to each his own. Just going to mince this. We're going to get working on our garbanzo bean flour, which is basically chickpea flour. And to that, we are going to add some salt, pinch. Sea salt is what I use. I'm going to mix that around first. And I have about 1/2 of a cup of spring water, and I'm going to start to add that to my garbanzo bean flour, which is going to substitute for our egg. This is one of the egg substitutes that I use for different ingredients. I have an omelet that I'm going to show you guys in a later video. A little bit more. This is going to sit for a little bit because it is going to rise. You don't want it too watery, but you don't want it too dry. So we are going to start our quinoa. I have 1 cup of quinoa that I'll add. I'm going to add a little bit of salt, just a pinch. It's pretty good. And I have about 1.5 cups of spring water. It's pretty good. And I like to just give it a little stir to get everything, all the quinoa nice and wet, and also can see how much water we have going. It's pretty good. Very close to making rice in half the time. This usually takes anywhere for me from 10 to 12 minutes to make. So I have that on a medium heat. Firmness is pretty good. So now you can, as I said, treat it as you would if it was a scrambled egg. And basically just start to break it up. And just allow it to continue to cook. So we're going to start putting the stir fry together. I have broccoli, snap peas, a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder, carrots, red onions, baby bella mushrooms, scallions, a little bit of minced garlic. I have a tablespoon of avocado oil, and then a little bit of sea salt for seasoning to taste, however your preference. And when they cook down to the texture that you would like, you could start to add some of your other ingredients. Just give them a little hit. They'll split apart. I'm going to add in the scallions and the garlic. Oh my goodness, it smells so beautiful. Right after that, I'm going to add my mushrooms. I'm going to go for a little bit more oil. Add in the rest of my veggies. Snow peas. Snap peas I added in. And our pieces of broccoli. We're going to add a little bit of our seasonings, the garlic powder and the onion powder. Add a little salt. And I find that sea salt is really strong, so you really don't have to use that much. A little bit does go a long way. To add in our vegan egg, which is our garbanzo bean flour that we used. It's good. Give that a whirl. And last but not least, the star of the show, we're going to add in our quinoa. Now 1 cup made a lot of quinoa, as you can see. Add in as much as you would please. I'm going to add in basically half this pot, and I'll save the other half just in case I decide I want to make something else. Now we have to remember we don't have to do much because you really don't want to overcook the quinoa. So at this point, we are done. And now that we are done, our delicious stir fry. Just going to plate that. Smells so good. Oh my goodness. It smells really good. Perfect. I'm telling you, this is really good, and it takes no time to make. There's a lot of things that you could have already had made that you didn't have to chop up. As I said, any vegetables, any type of, even the quinoa, I usually make a really big batch of it. I mean like a big pot, because I eat quinoa a lot. It's extremely good for you. And one of the most important things is finding those foods to eat when you're hungry, because that's the time that you would most likely find is basically a struggle, because it's like, okay, I need to eat, and these are the meals that you like take with you to work, okay, and you don't need to order Chinese food. You have it with you. You have your own vegan style vegetable stir fry, and you can opt out and put in vegetables that you like most. Definitely want to thank you guys so much for tuning in yet again. This is really this is going to be a great journey with us together as vegans, new vegan. Even though this is my second year as a vegan, I still feel like a baby in the vegan world. There's a lot of things that I did over the time that I'm not proud of, foods that I ate that just showed me like you kind of can't go back to eating me. Yeah, so it's been terrible. But other than that, if you could like and subscribe to my channel, feel free to follow me on Instagram at inspiration_on_a_dish. You can also follow me on Facebook at Inspiration on a Dish by Adanus, and feel free to send me any emails at inspirationonadish@gmail.com. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to comment in the comments below. And I am in the process of creating an ebook that I will have out to you all for the transitional vegan. Quick and easy and delicious meals that will definitely help you on your journey. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Have a good one.